Hello everyone, welcome back to the browser API series. And in the last video, we learned how to get user location using the geolocation API. And today we are going to explore two amazing browser API. The first one is notification API that basically send alert directly to the user desktop or browser. And the intersection observer, the second thing is it basically detect when element enter the viewport or lazy loading or animation, right? So by the end of this video, your web app will feel modern and interactive. So let's dive into that, right? I have created a file that's a notification.html and I have written the basic necessary things, that is title, so that we can see we are working on the notification and intersection observer, and the script that I have added, we are going to write over there the all the JavaScript, right? So the question is, what is notification API? So the notification API allow your website to send message to the user device even if they are not actively on the page. What I mean by even they are not actively on the page, suppose just like a news thing or a Google recommend you, like suppose you search for the some kind of book, and Google asks you for the permission allow the notification, and Google always like whenever you are not on the website, also when you are not in the Chrome, also not in the browser, also they keep sending you the just see this book, this is very good book for the computer science, this is good for the machine learning, this is good for the JavaScript. That is the notification what does. So so let's start, and then I will tell you where you can use this to make your web more modern and interactive. So first thing what we're going to do, we are going to request for the permission, right? So first of all, if you want to send the notification to the user must you have to must ask the user permission to get the notification, to send the notification. So we'll say if, and we'll say notification, and in window, right? And we are going to say notification dot request permission, and dot, then we are going to say permission, and then say this, right? We are going to print this in a console. So we'll say console dot log, and say permission, and then stop. Basically this will be a template. Let this being tactic, and we are going to say permission, right? And close this, then we'll close this. So this code will basically what it do, it will does added the command, say right. So this code what it does, it will ask a user a permission, right? So first let run it, and we'll see what we get it here, right? Now we will open the, let's say this website is asking for the notification. So if you block this, so this website will not show you notification, but we are going to learn that how we can show the notification. So first thing what we have done, we are asking user to allow for the allow our website to send show you notification. So what are we going to do, we are going to allow. Now we have allowed, so you can block it from here whenever you want, right? And so let's see, now we are going to show the notification to the user, right? So let me come to the browser, and this is basically for the notification asking the permission, and for the showing the notification, that is so notification, what are we going to do, we'll say function, and and then I'll say so notification, right? and we're going to create a function this, right? We'll say if notification dot permission equals to, we'll say granted. We are going to show notification only when the permission is granted. The permission is granted, we'll say new notification. We can say welcome to, or we can say hello from array, right? And we'll add the comma. We are going to say this, so we'll say body, and we'll say this is, or we can say this notification is from array blog, please subscribe. And the next thing what we're going to do, or we can add the icon, or let's add icon. We'll say https. I'll add a placeholder, so be anything, right? Via dot placeholder or com, right? We are just sending the placeholder. Now the next thing we are going to do, we are going to say document dot get element by id, and we can say notify button dot add event listener, right? We are going to create a button, and whenever we click this, it will send a notification, right? So you can automate it. You can automate it based on the user behavior. I'll explain how you can automate it. So let me first write it. So we'll say so notification. I'll call this function, and that's it. So we have to add one thing in the body, that will say button, right? And we are going to say, we'll say send notification, right? Send notification. So for sending the notification, what we're going to do, we are going to say id, that will be notify. Yeah, so this will be our id as we have written this, or so that there will be, yeah, that's it. So now I'm explaining this. This we have seen. We have asked the user for the permission. Now what are we going to do? We are going to send them a notification, right? Here we are going to send the manually notification, but whenever you writing a program where you want to send a notification, so you see what the user are looking for on your website basically, right? So suppose you have a book website, or suppose you have a cake website. You have a cake shop, and people are looking for the some popular cake, like we can say butterscotch, dark chocolate, and their demand are too high, and you don't have. So whenever you have that the butterscotch and dark chocolate cake, you send them a notification manually. I mean direct, based on your browser, right? Based on the user history, you send them a notification, right? And that should be automatically. But here we are going to check that, so we'll send a manual notification, and we'll see what we can do, right? So uh, let's switch to the browser. This is what we have. So we'll say send notification, and if you can see this, I get the notification in this is saying I mean, it is coming in my webs. It is coming here. So if you see in a console, I'm getting here. It's a Google Chrome. I have to send this. Yeah, I have to do setting, but I'm getting here. Somehow it is not visible here. I can see in my laptop icon, but you will get it. Trust me. So you can basically use this for the sending the notification to the user to inform that some product are available, right? Now next, let's switch to the next part, that's a interaction observer API, right? So interaction observer API basically let you detect when an element enter or leave the viewport. This is perfect for lazy loading image or a triggering animation. So for those who don't know what is the lazy loading, I'll explain. So suppose you have a website and your website has multiple images and a lot of text, right? So rather than first loading the image, you put it in a lazy loading. So first it will load the text and then it will keep loading the images on the background. And it will start from the top to bottom. So first it will load the top image, then second, then until the user came to the last page, all the images will be automatically loaded, right? And why we do like this? Because it make your browser, I mean, it make your website more lighter to load anything, any content. And this is very important thing. Your browser should, your website should not take more than uh, I can say 30 millisecond or 1 second. It should not take more than 1 second to load your website, to load all the content of the images. I can say text, whatever the inside your website basically. So a website usually take it should take only 1 to 2 second max, right? So let's see what interaction observer API, right? So I'll explain what it does. It basically observe API and lets you detect when an element enter or leaves the viewport, and it is perfect for lazy loading image. I just tell you what is a lazy loading image, right? So basically, I'm not going to write the code here. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to give you assignment. So this is for to whom who don't know the what is the viewport. So viewport is basically whenever you inspect this, and this is you click on this. So this is your viewport, right? And you explain this. So basically, the interaction observer is what it does. It basically you can restrict a particular image to load only either on mobile phone or a website, right? That's where you're going to use this. So the image will load only when it enter into the viewport, saving bandwidth and improving the performance, right? So try your luck with that. And if you're not able to do that, write down in a comment, and I'll explain I'll make a separate video and I'll tell you how to do that, right? And yeah, that's a wrap up of a notification API. So you know now how to create a modern interactive web API using browser API, right? Web apps using browser API. And in this series, we have covered everything from core browser object to advanced API like notification and yeah. And we have also seen how to fetch the data, how to get the geolocation of a user. We have seen all of these things, right? So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share with your friend so that they can also learn how to send the notification, how to send the how to get the user location, how to get the user browser history or user I mean how to get the user screen size, screen width, what user are viewing, right? You can do, I mean, almost everything what Google is doing using the JavaScript, right? So share with your friend and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So thank you. See you into the next one.